What's up, Dave? Right. We'll start with e4. Almazan 11. e4, e5. And there are so many choices here. Knight f3, knight c6. What mood are we in? We're in this mood? All right. Majority rules then. d4. Scotch, I mean, basically, if you get your queen in the center like that, you might think that it's not what you're supposed to do. Queen out early in the center of the board, but specifically because we've exchanged this knight, and there's nothing left to harass the queen, right? This bishop can't get there. This knight doesn't do anything. The queen can maybe offer a trade, but that's about it. So d4 takes. And this will be an important moment because, if he's familiar with maybe a bit of like theory, we might see moves like knight f6, maybe bishop c5. If he's just playing, naturally, he might take the knight. And if he's doing neither of those things, he'll play this move, knight e5, which I quite honestly have not seen one single time in my life. Never seen it. I've never, ever seen it, which is amazing. Of course, it's kind of tempting to play a move like f4, but I'm also thinking just knight c3 is really simple. Like, sure, f4. Where's the knight gonna go? It could go right back where it came from. It could also go to g6. I feel like it's gonna go there. Well, honestly, I feel like it's gonna go there. But f4, knight g6, and then I think we just develop and either castle here or maybe castle queenside. The only thing to really double check and be kind of mindful of, I think, is queen h4 check, but we have g3. So I think that keeps us safe. I was just thinking about something. I was just thinking, am I actually threatening to take this knight? Like, imagine it was my turn again. I suppose I have king e2, because there's no dangerous bishop coming out, but, you want to make sure you're not blundering things like this. So, okay, I think I am. Queen h4, we go king e2 and bishop e3. Barely works. Knight c6, I would say, is not likely just because, well, he was just on that square. It doesn't feel good for anybody to, like, move into the center and then go right back. So, of course, knight g6 is the most natural. Queen h4, still no threat there. I think it's time for just knight to c3 and more development. This pawn is defended, by the way. It should be a really easy position for me to play. Like knight f6, hit him with e5, right? Send that knight back to g8. g6 before knight f6 is probably required. Bishop e3, queen d2, castle. I think it's very tempting to play this move, and it's also a very bad move, so it's a nasty combo. When a move is tempting, natural, but also bad. So this is a much better move. Much better move. I think we can just keep developing. Knight f6 is going to happen, whether we like it or not. So it might be time to get castled quickly, like bishop d3, knight f6, castle. Hmm. Would queen f3 be a blunder here? Well, no, it'd be pretty hard to blunder. Why would queen f3 be a blunder? Blunder is a big word, right? Blunder means like you're losing a piece. Something. Like white could not make a move at all, and it would probably still be better for white. Just hand black another move. Would queen f3 be a blunder? I mean, I don't. There's nothing hanging. They could take this, but they could take it anyway. Queen f3 looks fine to me, bud. It looks energetic as well. You know, queen f3 indicates to the opponent that the goal is to castle this way. And between this and this, it's more tempting to castle long, just because you know that I guess h4, h5, g4. Like, if black castles here, I feel like he's toasted. So Trolliadero was one of the guys we met during our EU tour, and so his move suggestion is going to be bumped up to priority queue. So you received a move upgrade, Trolliadero. You can proceed up to business class. Someone will be happy to bring you a glass of champagne, and we'll get that move processed for you. Let's explain the genius behind Trolliadero's move. Opponent wants to play this. We respond with this. Knight has 0 available squares. Knight returns to g8. That's it. That's enough. The move is already good. Now, I mentioned that this pawn should go there before the knight goes there to stop e5. We'll see if my opponent has the foresight for that. Queen e7. I mean, everyone is screaming for knight d5 to be played, right? It can't quite happen, but it's getting close. It's getting real close. Icarus down. Thanks for the gifted sub. To Trolleyed Arrow, of course. Of course. We're following his variation here. We're following his line. So let's say if bishop d2, knight f6, bishop d2, knight f6. How would we continue? Probably e5. Could be bishop d3 as well. Wow, a lot of boys up here. A lot of boys in the room. That's right, Icarus. Welcome. Welcome him in. So here, I think knight f6 is still tricky because e5 there's d6. E5 there's d6, right? We are still in a pin here. It's not the most obvious how to handle.
Hey, Thongmi. It's hard to see you down there in 5th place in the baseball draft, hey?
I haven't checked the standings in a while.
He's in the bleachers right now. Yep.
Wait, you beat 9?
Yep.
What was your final score?
8.5.
Oh, to Sir Mike Hawk.
Oh, a selective hello. Hello, D. Sanchez. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, hello to Real T Money. I'm going to play bishop d2, following the brilliance of Trolleyed Arrow. Queen f3, it has to be bishop d2 because the whole point of this was to castle long. I mean, it has to be the move. So we want a long castle. I'm worried about knight h4 here. Well, knight h4 attacks my queen. Let's say I move it to any safe square. What exactly is the next move? Knight h4, I think I could move my queen to any legal safe square and it would be good. No, knight h4 is not scaring me here, that's for sure. Bishop d3 and short castle? No. No. We're looking for long castle. Knight f6, probably just gonna long castle anyway. Takes, and it looks very risky to take this pawn for many reasons, but obviously with the e file like that, should be too much. I don't know how knight h4, queen e2 messes with my plan to castle long. I don't see it at all. Queen h4, so he's moving the queen again. He's also given up the dark squares here. I mean, I'm going to make a very, very obvious move, g3, which was what I was going to do no matter what. I got checked there. But now I think it hurts more than ever because oof, knight f5 is going to be pure pain. But you can't, I mean, he basically made a bunch of knight moves, a few bishop moves, and then multiple queen moves. He only touched 3 pieces, and he moved them all multiple times. So, not exactly the model game here from Black. Breaking a lot of rules, I would say. Opening rules. Yeah, he's going to be hard-pressed to survive this one. That's for sure. So, queen here, bishop takes, queen check, bishop back, and then we can take the rook if we want. I don't even think I want to, though. Bishop is so strong on the dark squares. Queen e6 would be the worst kind of move, unfortunately. I think he's going to land on queen c5. Queen f8, bishop takes g7 looks like the move. And again, this knight is dominated by the pawns, just covering every square that you could even dream of moving to. Probably long castle. His position feels just rough. No other way to describe it. Just a brutal, brutal spot to be in. Oh, couldn't have picked a worse move. Every piece is going to get vaporized. All due to the chat special of Queen f3. This is the Trolliero Classic. Ouch. I have a question for the chat. Do you think that Trolliero's move, Queen f3, was just a good move? Or do you think it was the best move? Do you think there's a chance that it was the best move? Or was it just a move? It certainly wasn't a bad move, as we know. Hard to make a bad move for us, though, in that position, but still, definitely was never going to be a bad move. Is it the best move? Not one of the best. It's a yes or no question. Was it the best move? Maybe f5. Takes knight d5, queen c3. All looks pretty damn good. There will be some kind of like queen c3 move that exists. I'm trying to remove the knight so that the rook is actually hanging in the corner. Well, yeah, the thing is, you guys are thinking knight d5, oh, takes, maybe we take here, but you have to remember, winning material is no longer the goal. It's all about mate. If I'm winning material by using the pieces that I have out, okay, I'm only going to have a queen left. It's going to take me some time to mate. It's more likely that if I play a move like this, takes, like, I'm going to be able to use these 3 pieces to probably mate the king. Plus, this bishop is a move away from development. So, knight d5 is okay, but winning a rook for my bishop is probably a mistake more than it is a good thing. This bishop is worth a lot more than that rook right now. Tough to even recommend a move, honestly. King d6, like, yeah, knight f8, then probably take and queen c3, or take and knight d5. Material will be lost here, sir. These pieces can't even move. This knight only has 1 square. This knight has 2 squares. It's a very uncomfortable spot. You think he opened a new tab already? Yeah, you might be right, actually. We might be the only one in this game right now. We'll have to investigate Trollidaro's move, Queen f3. Was it the best move or not? I'm not sure he's here. I'm not sure he's here. We may have lost him completely. Every couple minutes, we lose one of his bars. Very tough to say. Maybe this move. Takes, bishop takes, Knight d5. Ouch. We're down to the final minute of play. He's going to get the time warning right now. Maybe that'll wake him up. Everyone moves after a time warning. Chess.com should implement a claim victory feature. No, no, no. We can't have any of that. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna sack my queen against Valentinian and he's gonna claim the win on like move 2. Well, actually, it's +8. Nice try, though. Nice try. We won on time. Just a time player. Oof. Now, I can happily report that Queen f3 was indeed a very, very good move. Let's examine if it was the best move. Well, we can see it was a top 3 choice, right? Top 3 choice, clearly. But was it the best move? It looks like Knight f5 is a clear winner there. Maybe we can, yeah, let's force it to really think here. Number of lines, 1. Only spit out the best line. Let's see if it ever wavers. Maybe Queen f3 will make an appearance here. I'm working for you, buddy. I'm trying. Queen f3. I'm trying to get it there. It's within 0.07. The race is on. Just a little more. We need a push. Just a little bit of Queen f3 energy. It only has to show it for a second. This is like the Tiger Woods putt. The play is still ongoing. It could drop in at any moment. Queen f3. Maybe let's make the move and see if the evaluation improves. See? Plus 1 point. I saw 1-1 at the highest. 1.11. Ah, there we go. I saw it. Who saw it? I saw it there. It was up there. Knight f5, trash. 1.07. Queen f3. There it is. Queen f3 was there. We saw it. Queen f3 was ahead of Knight f5. Well done, Trolley-Arrow. You found the best move in the position. Our work here is done. Nice job, buddy. Best move, clearly. And with that best move, we sailed to victory. Look how easy, look how smooth it was. We'll take it. Man, that was a much different experience than the game previous, huh?